Greetings and welcome to another episode of Trippy Food and another installment of Goodbye Mr. Chips. Today we're doing something that Julie had suggested, so say hi, Julie.
Hi, Julie.
Julie is coming to us from Trippy Food East.
Our brand new Trippy Food East studio.
A mile below the city of Boston in
right.
Underneath the T, orange line.
You can find us by just looking for one of the trains that are on fire. So
yeah,
and we're below there. I found these guys on Market Basket.
I'm sorry. Oh, there. Okay.
Where you get more for your dollar. And I sent them to Dad, and I said, those sound like they could be really good. Where'd you find yours?
So here's the funny thing is I went to all the places I know that sell Kettle brand chips. Ralph's, which is our local Kroger store, they always have a wide variety of them. They didn't have them there. I went to Walmart, and Walmart usually has like a lot of stuff that a lot of other places don't. They didn't have them there. So I checked a bunch of different places, and I was pretty much ready to give up. And I basically said to Julie, hey, Jules, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and do the episode? And then I just happened to, I don't remember what it was, but we needed something at Sprouts. And we went into Sprouts, and there's like this box just sitting there of these chips. And I'm like, oh my God, I've been looking all over for these. Sprouts seems to be the only place in our area that has them. But these are Kettle brand, limited edition, sweet and spicy gochujang chips. They sounded amazing when Julie said them. I don't know if they've done these before. I've never seen them before.
I haven't either.
But they do say limited edition on it. So for those who do not know what gochujang is, gochujang is a chili paste. It's a chili paste that's used mostly for cooking in Korean cuisine. And it's made mostly of red chili powder, fermented soybeans, ground up glutinous rice, and salt. Now, if I look at the ingredients, I have some here, and you can tell how frequently I use it for cooking.
Okay.
The ingredients on this one is rice, water, corn syrup, red pepper powder, salt, soybeans, alcohol, wheat extract, soy seasoning, maltodextrin, concentrated garlic juice, koji starter. That seems to be about it.
So for the chips, not too far off, you get your regular chip stuff like the oil and sunflower oil, whatever. Sugar, spices, salt, cayenne pepper sauce, aged cayenne peppers, vinegar, salt, garlic, onion powder, garlic powder, red bell pepper, citric acid.
Because there's citric acid in everything.
Yeast extract, molasses powder, vinegar solids, and natural flavor. So I'd say pretty close, at least, to a lot of the flavors in there.
So I love the flavor, obviously, as you can tell, because I cook with it all the time. So I love the flavor of gochujang. So I'm thinking to myself, this is really good. Now, my first introduction to gochujang, this is funny, is I used to work for a company in Pasadena, California. And on the bottom level of the building, there was a small cafe called the Cordoba Cafe. And they basically, it was kind of like had sandwiches and soup and, lunch kind of stuff. They were only open for lunch. But there was this elderly Korean couple that worked there. And I think maybe it was like one day a week or something, they would do a Korean dish. And so they would have like bibimbap or japchae. So they would just have, they would have like one Korean dish. And every once in a while I'd see that. And when I went out for lunch, and I'd be like, oh, that looks pretty good. So I would get the japchae. So the older Korean gentleman said, would you like the spicy ketchup? And I said, yeah, the spicy ketchup. And what he was essentially giving me was the
I'm actually surprised. Usually spicy ketchup is...
Oh, the sriracha?
Sriracha, yes.
So that was my first introduction to it. Again, he called it spicy ketchup, but gochujang doesn't have tomatoes in it, made with pepper.
Right.
So what I decided to do was, I don't know how these chips are going to be. It's sometimes disappointing, especially if you go with like Lay's, Pringles, and stuff like that. The flavors that they're supposed to taste like, they're almost never close. And so what I decided I was going to do is I was going to make a dipping sauce, like a gochujang.
That looks
dipping
good,
sauce.
By the way. That looks really good.
There's some recipes online. Mm-hmm. And I just used one of the recipes online. It was basically 5 parts of gochujang, 3 parts rice wine vinegar, 2 parts honey, and 1 part sesame oil. And I just kind of whisk those things together. If you open up your gochujang, you'll notice that it's a very, very thick paste. Right. And so it would be very difficult to dip the chips in it. So I wanted to be able to dip the chips in it. What I'm going to do is before we start the chips, and maybe I'm going to suggest that you do the same thing, is let's just take like a little tiny taste of the gochujang.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's very thick, right?
Oh, it smells so good, though.
Yeah. So, like, do you have a spoon or a fork or something like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna smear it on a cracker.
Yeah. So and I'm not even gonna put it on anything. I'm just gonna take like a little bit out of the what's left here because again, you know, I use it on a regular basis.
I know you need to get more.
Oh, not for the taste.
No, I mean in general, you're all out.
Oh yeah, I do need to get more. You're right. A little goes a long way. All right, ready? So
Yeah.
This is just for the taste.
Oh, it's so good.
So the paste, I think it's probably concentrated, which is why when you make the sauce and everything, you put other stuff in it to thin it out.
Yeah. Because it's a
It's
little
very,
salty.
very, very
soy.
thick.
Yeah.
It has a really, really strong kick. It's really spicy.
Mm-hmm.
I would say like maybe just short of habanero hot.
Yeah.
That has a burn that lasts and everything. There's a sweetness in it, but again, I think this one uses like corn syrup or something. What did I say? Yeah, corn syrup. I used honey for the sauce, so but it has this, this in it.
It's so good though.
So
it's just a great flavor.
right. So that's the taste. That's the level of heat that you're going to get. And so let's just go ahead and try this and see if it matches that flavor.
My worry is that, kettle chips, you'll cut the roof of your mouth something awful.
Yeah, they can.
Ooh.
Like Captain
Crunch
Crunch
chips.
chips.
Almost like an Indian curry smell.
Yes. Well, because I almost think gochujang. That's a nice looking
right.
chip. Ready?
Rain rocks.
They're really crunchy.
Not a lot of heat, but a little bit of heat, but it could still be the original that we have.
It seems like there's some other kind of spice going on in there too.
Like a curry almost.
Mm-hmm. Those are really good.
They are. They're different. I like them.
Now, I'm going to say they're a little bit on the greasy side, but they're so crunchy and really, really nice flavor. It seems like the more you eat, the more of that flavor you get.
Yep. And the heat builds a little, but again, I don't know if it's because we started with the paste, so it might already be there to build.
Now, the other thing is, remember, there's a potato chip sitting underneath that spice, right? So that's kind of like changing the flavor of it. You tried it on a saltine cracker, which basically has no flavor and everything. So you really got the flavor of the gochujang on that. So I'm going to try, and I don't know if you're going to be able to can you put a little bit on the chip?
Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do.
Okay, and I'm just going to use this dip that I made.
But this sauce is very versatile. You could just put it on pasta or something if you wanted to, and vegetables.
Well, like I said, like if I'm just making glass noodles, I'll put it on the glass noodles.
Yeah.
You're going to stir fry something. You put a little bit of it in the stir fry. It's really nice. Oh, that's really nice, especially with that dip. Oh my God, how would you rate the chips?
I'm gonna give them a thumbs up. You could definitely taste that they're going for gochujang, but there is also some other kind of spice in there, but it's not unpleasant. Like it's not gonna throw you off of the chip. It's a very good chip.
If you want to make a gochujang dip, it's relatively easy, and this is a versatile sauce. You can like you said, you can just put it on just about anything. I'm gonna give the chips a thumbs up. They're really, really good. The taste isn't exact, but it does have the same flavors that the gochujang does. So I'm gonna give that a big thumbs up, and then with the dipping sauce, still big thumbs up. So really, really good. That just accentuates the flavor.
And if you've never had this, and you're wondering, like, if you like sriracha and stuff like that, you'll love this because it just has a really different flavor. It's kind of sweet, a little tangy. It's excellent, and you should get some and marinate something in it.
So I recommend it. I wish I could tell you where to find it. Again, Julie found hers at Market Basket. I found mine at Cost Plus World Market. No, I'm sorry.
No, you Sprouts.
Sprouts. I found mine at Sprouts. Supposedly, I would think they would have these at places that sell kettle chips, but that's not necessarily the case. I have not found it to be the case. It is limited time, so maybe that just hasn't gotten there yet, but just so that you don't miss out on it, call ahead of time and find out and see if they have it. But if they have it, grab it because it's a big departure from other kettle chips. Has a really, really nice flavor. The spices are different, so it's going to be a little bit different than if you're just kind of tasting the gochujang by itself. But really, really good. Highly recommend it. But when you do get out there to try it, just remember that it's crazy out there. So
take care of yourself. Take care of others.
And we'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for checking out Trippy Food. If you enjoyed watching that video half as much as I did making it, well then I enjoyed it twice as much as you did. And if that's the case, you'll probably like this video right here. And if not, check out this video right here. That one's a little bit different. Either way, leave a comment down below. And be sure to subscribe by clicking on the Trippy Food icon right here. Glad you could make it, and we hope to see you again soon.